so now we know the time of the verdict, sometime between 5 and 5:15 p.m. on November 6th. After the verdict, was there evidence found in Donna Adelson's phone that Donna Adelson and Harvey Adelson began to plan to flee the country?
Yes.
All right.
It's argumentative.
Overruled.
Can you walk us through what was found in her phone from after the verdict?
So there is a conversation, again in WhatsApp, between Donna Adelson and a representative from Vietnam e-Visa regarding getting a visa for herself and for Harvey.
Okay, and are we going to go through the entire visa chat here today?
We are not.
Okay.
It's quite lengthy.
Are these just some excerpts from the visa chat?
They are, yes.
All right, before court today, did you have an opportunity to look at States 58, the visa chat?
I did, yes.
Okay, and are these true and accurate depictions of the chat that was found in the Cellbrite between Vietnam e-Visa and Donna Adelson?
Yes.
At this time, I move 58 into evidence.
Any objection?
Yes, sir.
States 58 is admitted.
Thank you. All right, if you could walk us through a few excerpts from this chat.
Yes, again, we can see that this is between Ms. Adelson and the Vietnam visa, and the first message in this conversation starts on November 7th at 3:55 p.m.
Okay, so is that within 24 hours of the verdict?
Yes.
Can you go back to the last one? What does that first message say in this chat?
It's an automated message in the WhatsApp group, and it states that messages and calls are end-to-end encrypted. No one outside of this chat, not even WhatsApp, can read or listen to them. Tap to learn more.
And the only way we're reading them is because we were able to seize the phone and get the information off the phone.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Can we look at the first messages sent in this chat? Okay, can you read this to us?
Sure. Hi, Daisy. I'm trying to get a fast-track emergency visa for Vietnam.
Objection. Same objection that we talked about sidebar.
Overruled. This has not been published before the jury. This is the publishing of the evidence at this time. You may continue.
I'm sorry, you left off at fast-track emergency visa for Vietnam.
I filled everything out on the online application. I filled out the visa option. I wanted the fastest I can get it, put in the applicant details with our photos approval. It's for Donna Adelson and Harvey Adelson. Yes, that is the site we applied for online. I just do not see how to pay for this.
Okay. And what's next?
She says if I do not get there until the 12th or 13th of November, is that a problem? If I am putting down November 11th as the date to arrive.
Okay. And then do they talk a little bit about how long her visa will be for?
Yes, she indicates I would like the 90-day visa and clarifies 90-day multi-entrance.
Okay. What happens when she finds out there isn't enough time to get a 90-day visa? Because it's an emergency fast-track one.
So her reply is, if we get a 30-day visa, can I extend it while I am in Vietnam?
Okay, but then the chat says we can arrange for the 90-day.
Yes.
All right. If she were to, let's say that, and I know that they didn't get the visas till a few days later, but let's say she got the visa on November 7th and it were a 90-day visa, that visa would extend to February 7th?
Yes.
Okay, and that's the choice that they gave her, the 90 or the 30? 30 and extend?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, eventually in this chat, does she send she and Harvey Adelson's pictures?
She does, yes.
Okay. Are they letting her know all the things that she'll need to provide?
Yes.
Okay. And does she say 90-day multiple entry is what I would like as fast as possible, and that next Monday, as the next Monday to receive the visas, will be fine?
That's correct.
Okay. What's next? They've received her email.
Correct.
And she sends her picture. Does she send Harvey's picture as well? Okay, thank you. Now, at some point in this chat, is it getting close to her flight date and she has not yet received her visas?
Yes.
Okay.
In addition to the photograph, she also sends copies of their passports.
Okay, and this is the flight information as far as where they're flying into, the date of arrival, the email, and the type of e-visa it is.
That's correct.
Okay, she gives them her flight information. Is that right?
Correct?
Okay, now we're 5 days later, and does she say in capital letters, now it is almost 10 a.m. on Sunday. We take our flight tomorrow at 8 p.m. That is 30 hours. She's afraid that she's not going to get it in time. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, what happens next?
So the response is that we will send e-visa to you within 21 hours from now. It's fine for your flight. Please don't worry.
Okay, and does she actually end up getting her visa?
She does, yes.
Okay, can you walk us through the rest?
Yes, so this is November 13th, 5:28 a.m. She receives a visa for herself and for Harvey Adelson.
Okay. Now, was there other evidence that showed that the Adelsons did not have plans of returning home anytime soon? What was found on her phone as far as her Amazon deliveries?
So there was a message to herself, kind of as a reminder, and this was on November 8th, to stop Amazon deliveries.
Okay, and was there a note left in their apartment to sell a belonging?
Yes.
Okay. Does this indicate that this is who Wendy should call to get the paperwork so the gun can be sold if it is to be sold?
Yes, as it needs to be sold with the paperwork.
All right. What about, we've heard about Donna Adelson's planner. Was there some entries in the planner for the week after Charlie Adelson's trial that indicated they weren't planning to come home anytime soon? What's the first entry here?
So the first entry we see is sell and list jewelry, dishes, implants, comics.
Okay, and what date was that?
I'd have to go back to the top to see the date of that, which we actually don't have on the top of that.
Okay, I think we do have it in evidence. So,
Okay.
what number is that? Okay, so the first entry you're pointing out here, though, I'm sorry if you could go back to the highlight.
Oops.
And so that was to sell jewelry, dishes, implants, and comics?
Yes.
All right. Did they have a note about packing for Vietnam? Okay. Was there also notes at the bottom about canceling disability insurance?
Yes.
2, in fact.
Yes.
Was there a note for, I'm looking in the middle of the screen here, for Wendy to tell Dan regarding Vietnam, and he must tell Charlie on his private line? Is that right?
Yes.
Would Charlie Adelson have been in custody at that time?
Yes.
And if the Adelsons were to call Charlie Adelson and tell him they're going to Vietnam, would that call be recorded and available to law enforcement?
Yes.
If Dan, Charlie's attorney, calls Charlie to tell him that information, would that call be private and law enforcement cannot listen to that?
That's correct.
Okay. Are there some more entries in this planner? Is there an entry regarding child support at the top? Okay. If they were paying child support for Charlie's child, does it show that they intended to pay, or they have a note about this child support through November 2025?
That's correct.
So they're making a note of that for the next 2 years in advance.
Correct.
Because at this point we're in November of 2023.
Yes.
All right. And then looking down, we see that note's on Saturday, November 18th. If this planner was collected by law enforcement in Miami on November 14th, would this have been like a note of a reminder to yourself in the future that you've made here on the 18th?
It could be, yes.
Okay. And is that reminder, tell Wendy, do October expenses for 3 properties and enter in computer.
Yes.
Okay. I asked you when the first entry was. We see the end of the week is Saturday, November 18th, so I think you can probably see what week we're on, but I'm going to show you what's marked as states. 59A. Looking at this first entry here that we saw of selling the jewelry, dishes, implants, and comics, what day was that?
That
planned
was Thursday, November 9th.
for? Okay. So that would have been 2 days after the visa chat and 3 days after the verdict?
Yes.
Were there text message on Donna Adelson's phone where she is trying to communicate her plans to Wendy Adelson?
Yes.
Okay. Can you go to those messages? Here in these messages, is she letting Wendy Adelson know they need to talk to her? It's not about the case. They need business assistance. They need to help her with personal things and business stuff. You know, please respond to them. Please talk to them.
Yes, that they need her to help them. Yes.
Okay. What do we have next?
November
Does-
10th.
Does Donna Adelson, I'm sorry.
She provides 2 contact cards to Wendy, stating that you need to have this info.
And is one of those for an attorney and one that looks to be for a property, a condo in a certain tower?
Yes.
All right. Were there other messages to friends where she's trying to convey information?
Yes.
All right. Looking at this message on November 7th, is Donna Adelson saying to her friend Annie that she can't say why, but they, the Adelsons, may need you guys to come here, both of you. Wendy's not responding, and we have an issue that we cannot discuss over the phone. I know this sounds crazy, but I assure you it's not. I wish I could tell you more. Stand by. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, and then at the bottom she says Ron may have some work to do here.
Correct.
All right, what's next? Does Donna let her know that she's copying her on different emails and things? She'll explain everything. She's holding off talking to her.
Correct.
Okay. And then was there evidence in Donna Adelson's phone of why they chose Vietnam? Why Vietnam was chosen as where they were going to go?
There were searches related to extradition, which would have contained Vietnam as non-extradition.
Okay, can you show that to us? Okay, and when did she Google list of United States extradition treaties?
It would have been on November 7th.
Okay, so the day after Charlie Adelson's verdict?
Correct.
And the same day that she got she first started the chat for the emergency fast track visa.
Yes.
One second. Okay, no further questions. Thank you.
Cross-examination.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
afternoon.
We meet again.
We do.
So, I think I'm going to go backwards a little bit. Now, you agreed that WhatsApp is used internationally, correct?
It is, yes.
And in your presentation, you indicated that in my client's planner, there was some notations to sell jewelry, dishes, implants, and comics.
Yes.
My client at the time was 72 or 73. Did you believe she had a comic collection?
I'm not sure that she did.
And what about implants?
Well, other than the fact that Donna or Harvey Adelson was a dentist.
I'll show you. Let's see, this is not too far. An approach with states 155.
You may.
Looking at states 155. Picture that's on my screen, is that the same picture? It's just that's narrower.
Yes, it's a different perspective, but yes.
So let's zoom in on this. Should have brought my mouse. Can you read what that says? Or you want me to turn it?
It says implant motor.
And looking at 152, 153, and 154, that's a closet, correct?
It appears to be, yes.
And is that, you can't see it there, but let's go back here. That's the bedroom closet where that implant motor was, correct?
I'm not aware of this being a bedroom. It does appear to be a closet.
Okay. Well, I'll go grab another picture then. That picture indicates that there are dishes in that closet, correct?
There are dishes in the closet, yes.
Keep those for me, please. Would you agree it'd be unusual for dishes to be in a bedroom closet?
Possibly, yes.
But I'll show you from my laptop. And approach.
I'll have to clarify my last answer too. There are dishes in my spare bedroom closet, so
I did not know that to ask that of you, but
I just want to be honest.
I will have this printed, Your Honor, this next picture, but it's identified as RTC_0029. Would you agree that that depicts a bedroom?
That does, yes.
Let's go here. Are those the boxes that we saw in States 155?
They appear to be, yes.
Same paper, and you have the coffee maker.
Yes.
Okay. So we're still in that room. perspective here, would you agree that they didn't do a very good job documenting this search warrant?
Well, it is a little hard to figure out from the smaller pictures. I don't necessarily disagree that this is the bedroom closet. I just wasn't personally there.
Okay, so you have that small piece of luggage.
Yes.
In this picture, that's 155. And then in this one here, it's 0043. Would you agree that that's the same piece of small luggage in the same closet with the dishes?
Yes.
Okay. Take this from me. Now, during the course of your investigation, Sergeant, are you aware of the fact that my clients sold their home in Coral Springs and moved into a condo?
I am aware of that occurring at some point, yes.
And so merely because my client is selling some kitchen items or some jewelry, does that indicate that they are fleeing the country?
By itself, no.
If someone's going out of town, would it be unusual for them to stop Amazon deliveries?
It would not.
Now, merely stopping Amazon deliveries, that does not indicate that they are not coming back, does it?
Not by itself.
Do you have any knowledge whether or not the trust that was set up for Roman Adelson, Charlie Adelson's son, took care of child support for a certain period of time?
I have no information about that trust.
Would you agree in looking through that calendar that Mrs. Adelson, my client, constantly updates it to give herself reminders?
I would agree, yes.
Is there any evidence that you discovered in your investigation that indicate that my client moved assets overseas?
None that I am aware of.
That's a no?
That is a no.
There's no evidence that you were able to uncover that my client was moving out of the country as opposed to obtaining a 90-day tourist visa.
I would say the evidence that I observed from the messages, the business that was being taken care of, it was at least a lengthy time to be away.
So a 90-day tourist visa.
That could be, yes.
Okay. Now, do you know what it means for a tourist visa to be multiple or multi-entrance?
I do not specifically.
Would you agree that a fair definition of that would mean that the person who holds the visa can enter the country, leave the country, and return to the country?
Yes.
And a tourist visa, if you know, is just that. It's for a tourist, not for a resident.
Correct.